Manly, for the well-groomed man of the 90s. Manly gently removes unsightly nose hairs, and because Manly takes the hair from the root, you can go longer between trimmings. Manly's patented lift and yank action gently lifts and yanks the hair from the root. Manly's turbine rotary blades cast a gentle breeze over your face. Manly, for the well-groomed man of the 90s. Sold at fine stores everywhere.
Manly,
Manly, for the well-groomed man of the 90s.
Second attempt. One. Blue's a lucky one.
3, 4, 5, 6.
This is a healthy competition going on here.
7, 8, 9.
You got 9? 10! Yay! You got it! A new world record! Yay! What do you have to say for yourself?
11,
Oh my God.
12,
12! 13!
14,
14!
15,
15!
15.
15. Now, what's your name again?
Alex Krause,
Alex Krause from...
Sturgeon, Maine.
Thank you, Alex Krause. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going on a quest for truth together. Like that. That's what For Truth Together looks like. Looks like a bunch of jumbled up stuff. Well, here we are. We're all jumbled up, and we're ready to roll here. And I want to thank you all for stopping by the Truth Quest. And we know why you stopped by, because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious, and the paranormal is the new normal. That's right. That's right. That's why you're here, and that's why I'm here too, right? If you can't beat them, join them. Well, alrighty, Aphrodite. Well, let's go over and check out Chatlandia and see who's over there chatting on the intranet, shall we? This is where all of our friends hang out. And look, it's Weiss123. That's Catherine Weiss, and she says, "Hi, Aaron." She's one of our ultra mods. And then she says, "I'll be over on YouTube tonight. Thank you." And then Kathy also says hi to our good friend Peggy. Hi, Peggy. And then I said, "Hi, Kathy." Okay. And then Kathy says she's over there on YouTube, and she says, "Hi, Aaron." And Kathy also puts this out. Please like and share this video with your friends, family, and social media. And hit the old thumbs up, because it helps the old algorithm and the algo beat and the algo melody. All of those algo things. Alrighty then. And then I said, "Hi, Kathy," over there on YouTube. Oh, and look, Peggy Dancer is here. She's another one of our Ultramods. She's over there on YouTube. She says, "Hi, Aaron." Hi, Games and Puzzles, Aaron. Catherine Weiss. "I'll be on Rumble. Thank you." And Peggy also says, "Same message over there on the Portrait channel. I'll be on Rumble. Thank you." And then Cap78 Pack is right back over here on Rumble. And she says, "Hi, Aaron." Weiss123 Kathy, "I'll be here tonight." You know, I was a little bit worried because I saw a video on X, on X, where Handy News, they weren't going to do a show tonight because Rumble supposedly wasn't working for him. So I hope that he gets it all figured out. But other people are doing shows, and this show's working. So I guess maybe they fixed it. Maybe they fixed it. They got people working on it. And plus they got Even if they can't find a person to work on it nowadays, they just get an AI bot to do it, right? They don't charge anything. A meager monthly subscription, perhaps. Then I said, "Hi, Peggy." Okay. And look who else is here. It's our good friend Valeronian. Greetings, fellow Truth Questers, he says. And then Peggy answers says, "Greetings, Valeronian. Welcome to Truth Quest." Look at that. And then Kathy says, "Hi, Aaron." Oh, she's over in the portrait channel. And then Kathy says, "Hi, Valeronian." I gotta say hi to Valeronian. Get over here on Rumble. Hi, Valeronian. Okay. There it goes. And then Valeronian says, "Hello, Catherine. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Aaron." Oh, and look who else is here. Oh, I won't let me do that. There. It's MXSXM4. And B says, "Hi." Well, hello there, MXSXM4. Say that 5 times fast. And another new friend. It looks like Josiah A. W7D to the program. Hope you enjoy it. And I said, "Hi, Valeronian," over here on Rumble. And then MXSXM4 says, "Hello, Aaron." Well, hello, buddy. Good to see you here. Glad that you could make it. Well, we're all through with that for now. Let's boogie on over to... Oh, where are my buttons? Button. Who lost the button? Ever play Find the Button game? It's an old game. It's quite fun. Find the thimble, too. Find the thimble. That's fun, too. Okay, we're going over to the land of Zuckers, where, as you know, there's a Zucker born every minute over there, and we're there for it. We're there for it. And here is the thumbnail or cover picture for... There's all these weird names for everything. Oh, your cover picture? That's called a thumbnail. Oh, my thumbnail doesn't look like that, but that's okay. I don't want my thumbnail to look like that. There's the cover picture, otherwise known as a thumbnail. And episode 810, can you believe it? 810 shows, and I still haven't lost my voice yet. Coming close. Coming close. Well, there you go. And that is some lightning. We're going to visit that, or we're going to see that a little later in the program here, in a volcano. And it's the craziest, usually volcanoes, you get some lightning because there's a lot of energy being created there, and there's lightning coming out of the mountain and going into the mountain, the volcano. This one, spectacular light show. So wait till we see that. That's going to be good. So spectacular. Spooktacular, you might even say. Spooktacular. Oh, wake up, patriot. Trump signs executive order to restore mental institutions and asylums. Oh, that's good. Gosh, I wish they would have had those back in the day, They had these crazy people just walking all over the place, and I happened to marry one. So it'd be nice to get them back again and get all those people locked up, so we don't have to worry about crazy stuff like that. Yeah, don't you know? Plus, it's a good retirement plan. You don't have any retirement, all you gotta do is act crazy, and you get a free room and board and a lot of crazy friends. Remember, it's better to be insane than to be out of sane. Oh yeah, better to be insane than to be out of sane. Think about that for a while. Alrighty, Aphrodite. So yeah, I like that. And here's the Stray Cats. Look, here's at the beginning of their careers in the early 80s. And here is David Letterman showing off their latest album back in the day on the David Letterman show. And now we got, I'm not a big fan of modern late night TV, Jimmy Fallon. I don't watch any of it. I don't have TV. I don't really care. But it is nice that he had them on. So they look at this full circle, all these many years ago to now. Same setup, basically. They got a little bit more of a light show. And the cat is now like grooming his hair, combing his hair, whereas the cat before just had cool hair. He wasn't, no need to comb it. Alrighty, well there's the Stray Cats, and boy, you know, they put on such a good show. I highly recommend them. And rockabilly is the funnest music ever created. Freedom 250 Grand Prix this week. Can you believe all the amazing things that this guy's making happen? It's unbelievable. I mean, I'm absolutely blown away by this president and how personable he can be, how transparent he's been, and how effective he's been. And I really do think that one of Trump's biggest talents is the ability to inspire other people to do great things. Like all the people that are doing work for him. He's inspiring them, and they're doing stuff they've never thought they could do before. And the country's getting greater by the minute. By the minute. Oh, here's James O'Keefe, OMG Media and Project Veritas. And he's got a new haircut. He's got a heck of a widow's peak there. Maybe he could do like a Pee Wee Herman impersonation with hair like that. Well, check this out. It's a nice little message from James O'Keefe. Oops.
I'm on the road. I want to tell you guys something very important. You all knew I get sued dozens of times. The process is the punishment. It takes years to litigate. I always win. It just takes time. But every once in a while, you get, every half a decade, you get this amazing, sweet little bit of justice. And that's what happened this past week in one of these cases. A guy named Fasisi and the CIA sued me personally and my reporters for exposing him on camera saying that they were trying to withhold information from Trump at the CIA. He said this in 2024. We recorded him. Now, he did not sue me for defamation or libel. They never do because we don't lie. He sued me for some bizarre theory called fraudulent misrepresentation and wiretapping, which doesn't make any sense because we were with him and we reported what he said. And the only way for him to win on this wiretapping claim is to claim that I had a fraudulent purpose or a tortious purpose. Now, just this week, a federal judge in Virginia completely obliterated that argument and said that we at OMG, O'Keefe News, do not have such a tortious or fraudulent purpose, that our purpose is to get the story. Duh. Our purpose is to get the recording and share it with all of you, obviously. But this is a big deal. Not only did we win another lawsuit, we can now use this lawsuit as precedent to win all the other lawsuits in the cases against us. And those people, even if they were to somehow win, are going to lose because they're trying to overturn the First Amendment. This is a victory not just for me, but for all citizen journalists, all reporters, all people who are quoting others and sharing it with people. Well, let me just be clear with the people that sue me, because I'm in court like every other day. And you know what? I actually like it. I enjoy it, because not only do I have to make you pay for my attorney's fees now, I get to win on principle and advanced First Amendment jurisprudence. But let me be clear to you, Mr. Attorney Mark Zaid. We're going to beat you. We're going to make you pay for our attorney's fees. And may God have mercy on you, because I sure as hell won't. Hello, it's James O'Keefe here, spotting a new look. I'm on the road.
Good old James O'Keefe. Keeping it awesome for citizen journalists. That's great. Here's George Ho. George Magazine. He's running George Magazine now. Isn't that interesting? He's a personal photographer for Trump. Listen to this.
All right, let's just go there. Is there a plan, and is Trump part of the plan? Here we go. Well, much of it starts with this issue of George Magazine, and there's one thing in particular that I want to show you. What is the plan? And basically what this does, it shows about all these things that people have done, and I'm going to show you in a little bit, but knowledge is power. This power must be manifested itself in the voting process at the local, state, and national levels. And now you see who is against the plan. It's basically anyone that's out there that's pretending to like Donald Trump, but at the same time says, don't vote. You don't need to vote. It's all a movie. Nothing's going to change anyway. But that's not what Donald Trump started. It all starts here because I was there from the beginning. This is the America's 250th book. And as a reminder, this is how it all started, almost like a college class. But this is America at work. This is Donald Trump saying the same thing, but look at what it turns into. It turned into a whole movement of you, people. And this is what empowers America, that it turns into something like this. And that's the point that most people miss. What's going on in America is unprecedented and is powered by you. All right, let's just go there. Is there a plan, and is Trump part of the plan? Here we go. Well, much of it starts with this issue of...
Oh, Peggy Dancer says, Aaron, you must be careful with this guy Ho, just giving you the heads up. Well, you know, I don't know. I've not heard anything bad about him. So yeah, all I know is that he was a personal photographer for Trump, and now it looks like he has something to do with the George magazine. I think those are positive things. He's railing against the people who are pretending to be Trumpers. I don't know. He seems like a good guy to me, but you never know. I mean, people are complex. And Trump put this out, Donald Trump. I have paused the 50% tariff against Canada that were scheduled to kick in tomorrow morning for a 3-day period, based on the fact that Canada and the USA, subject to finalization of documents, have a deal. The Great Keystone XL pipeline, long ago killed by sleepy Joe Biden, may be awoken from the grave. Awoken from the grave. Interesting words. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. And this is a big thing for farmers, because now farmers don't have to pay tariffs on their goods going into Canada. It'll be tariff-free if this deal holds, the finalization. We'll see if Carney has the guts to sign. Fauci crony pleads guilty to fraud around COVID. Well, good. Well, let's get a whole bunch of them pleading fraud, guilty of fraud, and then we'll see what happens to Fauci. Fauci's ouchie. And this is from the Savage Savant. And this is, monkey bars. They're outlawing them. And, so it's something we're covering here. This is important, Anything about playgrounds, we will cover. Check this out. You might want to take notes.
In a controversial move, the local government has ordered that monkey bars be removed from all public playgrounds. Our correspondent is live at one of the affected playgrounds.
Can you explain the reasoning behind removing the monkey bars?
We felt it was important to stop encouraging monkeys to drink in front of children.
Boom!
In a controversial...
So it's a joke site. I love it. I gotta say, you guys did good. Yeah, that was good, yeah. Monkeys drinking so close to kids' playground. Oh, yeah. The Savage Savant, so go check those guys out. Tire versus jump. Well, do you think they're going to hit the mark? Well, the fact that they uploaded it gives you a good clue. Probably did, right? These are crazy videos where they throw things down a big hill and try to hit something way down there. Kind of fun. Only guys would do this. I don't see girls doing this. This is a guy thing. Check it out.
There we go. Go, let him go.
Oh, it's off.
That is gorgeous. Oh, looking all right. Yep, I like it. Come on. In dead man's eye. Oh, that's it. Go. Yes. Yeah. There we go. Go, let him go.
Oh, it's off.
So it hit the jump. But if they could have let it go just a millisecond longer, we would see it land. But now we're wondering, did it ever land? Maybe it's still spinning up in the upper atmosphere. We'll never know. It's a mystery that we won't be able to solve, sadly. And there's another George Ho. Is this the same one? No, a different one. Well, and I'm sorry if Peggy doesn't like this guy. Yeah, I haven't heard anything, but I think there's bad things going around about everybody. There's probably people saying bad things about me that probably aren't true. Like, definitely aren't true. Let's see what he has to say here.
If you are watching the news, you are missing the show. That is why, George Magazine readers, stick with us. Let me explain what's going on and why Trump just played the Trump card on all of this with Iran. And it has to do with Jared Kushner. Now, this is huge because Jared Kushner just met with Hamas in neutral territory in Egypt. This is huge. To show you how huge it is, when was the last time you even heard Jared Kushner in an interview?
In terms of the Gaza ceasefire, how close is Hamas to laying down their weapons?
It could be very close. So yesterday we had a great meeting in Cairo with the mediators and with Hamas and actually with the National Committee, which is the new technocratic Palestinian government that will go over when they hand over control.
Now, why is this so important? Because Iran is the umbrella organization. That is their strength. They're the umbrella organization over all of these state-sponsored terrorist groups like Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis. They are the governor of all of these. Now, here's the thing. If Hamas is directly negotiating with the United States of America through Jared Kushner, what does that tell you about the strength of Iran? It shows the Houthis, Hezbollah, that their strength is weakening because Hamas is now directly talking to the United States. This is huge. And by the way, this isn't anything new for George Magazine. I told you before about this book, America's 250th. That is Donald Trump's strength. I'll show you right here. There's a part in the book, and this is Donald Trump's strength. Closed door meetings. These meetings that Donald Trump does is how he gets things done. He goes to one person and says, when you negotiate, say this, this, or that, or he says it himself. But this shows there's really progress going on in Iran, and it shows because Iran was the umbrella organization through all these terrorist groups, but now they're negotiating directly with the United States of America.
Oh, and Peggy Dancer says, gee, Aaron, first name is Jean, last name Ho. I was just saying to be careful, that's all. Oh, kind of like a joke. Okay. I gotcha. All right. Jean Ho. And look at Trump. Look how happy he is. He's just, it's so nice to see him so happy. Trump to take honorary lap at IndyCar race. Well, isn't that amazing? Now, as president, you're not supposed to drive a car. So I don't think there's two places in these cars. Will he be allowed to drive it? I think Sleepy Creepy Crooked Joe was allowed to drive a car during his presidency. They broke the rules, so maybe they will. I don't know. That's great. Though. Look at that helmet. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, a race in D.C. Good thing he cleaned it up first with all the crime getting out. So that's good. And then let's see, all these TV stations attacking us. And this is, of course, James O'Keefe watching the local news in Minnesota. And The news in Minnesota has been captured for a very long time.
Now to a developing story in Minnesota politics, as the Secretary of State says law enforcement is reviewing what he calls outrageous misconduct.
Wait, outrageous misconduct? You're saying the same shit that he said.
Law enforcement is reviewing what they're calling, quote, outrageous misconduct
At Minneapolis polling sites during Tuesday's primary election. Now, in this video posted to social media, a group of political commentators.
A political commentator, I don't take stances on things. You guys are the ones who take stances on things. You're literally projecting onto me what you do.
Say they were testing the limits of the state's vouching requirements and what ID is needed. They say they never voted. Since that video came out, we've heard from a man who says his name was used in it without his knowledge or permission.
It feels like smoke and mirrors, and it makes me mad.
Will Pomerantz is one unhappy voter. What was your reaction when you saw your name in that video?
It was a bit of shock the first time I saw it. I had to watch it a couple of times. And then anger.
I was offered your ballot, and I chose not to do anything with it. You're angry at me when it was the system that allowed that to actually happen.
He's talking about this YouTube video posted by conservative commentator James O'Keefe.
Conservative commentator? Again, where does this commentator business coming from? I don't comment or opine on the stories I do. I just show facts. You guys are the commentators. You guys are the conjecture people. You offer your opinion. You insert your bias. You ascribe motive. I do none of those things.
At Pratt Elementary School in Minneapolis, used as a polling place.
So this is the vote. The name is William.
The last name?
Pomerantz.
In the video, O'Keefe says he was testing the state's voting voucher laws, all while giving poll workers the name William Pomerantz.
I was pretty angry at it.
Again, why do I make you angry versus the system that is enabling this?
Because I'm being misrepresented in this video, which is, you know, kind of a misrepresentation of our voting system. So pretty angry.
How have I misrepresented anything? If anything, this news report is misrepresenting because it's editing out the part where they said, you are the ID, referring to me in Muslim garb, vouching for 8 people. This is misrepresenting me.
That was my gut after shock.
In the video, O'Keefe says poll workers were going to allow him to vote without verifying his ID.
I didn't say it. We showed what they were doing.
We asked Pomerantz if he thinks the state needs more stringent elections rules.
I like the system as it is. You know, maybe it'll have people take a harder look at it, but it seems still at the moment to be working.
You're angry that I was able to get your vote, but yet you like the system as it is. I have absolutely no comment. I don't know what else to say. This is a clown show.
Yeah. He's not a commentator. He's an uncommentator. Very uncommon, because he uses common sense. All you have to do to be an uncommentator is to use common sense. It's very uncommon these days. Donald Trump, the Census Bureau has begun checking the voter records from 2020 against their citizenship records. On the first 128,000 voters, where's that million? The Census Bureau proves that over 24,000 non-citizens voted illegally. The Census Bureau is going to analyze the next 32 million voters, and this number will explode. I won the election. We must pass the Save America Act. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Donald J. Trump. Thanks, Dan Bongino. Oh, and here's Nick Shirley, and he's over there why is it doing this? El Salvador. Looking at the prison systems over there. What? Why is it doing that jumpy thing? Nick Shirley. Let's check this out.
This was an El Salvador prison, and this is one now. How does a prison go from being gang-controlled to now a prison where the prisoners themselves are helping to rebuild the country of El Salvador? Today, I am taking you inside of the world's most unconventional and most productive prison in the entire world.
Some of these prisoners you will meet inside of this video will become future engineers, construction workers, carpenters, farmers. These prisoners are quite literally helping to build a better El Salvador. This is all because of President Nayib Bukele's plan called Plan Cero Ocio, which translates to Plan of No Leisure, where prisoners are typically locked away inside of a prison cell serving their time. The prisoners here in El Salvador are working 24/7 to help build a better El Salvador. El Salvador has gone through a drastic change over the past few years from being the most dangerous country in the world to now the safest country in the Western Hemisphere. I'm going to show you guys a large reason why. We'll be starting off this video going inside of this prison here, and then we'll be going to another prison where nobody has ever actually gone into before. I will be the first person to ever receive access to go to where we're going today. Make sure you guys give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. We're on a mission to get 500,000 subscribers as of right now. And now let's go inside of the prison. Here we go. Let's do this.
We entered into the first of the 2 prisons we'll be going inside for this video. Throughout the video, the intensity and the production of the prisons will increase as there are phases to the prison systems here, and be ready for some things you would never expect to see inside of a prison. Now it was time to go meet the warden who will be guiding us throughout the first prison, La Esperanza.
And what's it like in here?
Aquí el día a día es trabajo en los diferentes talleres que tenemos dentro del centro penal y aprendizaje, o sea, aprender cosas nuevas, cosas que les permitan cuando salgan en libertad poderse desempeñar afuera.
And what's the difference between the prisoners here inside of this prison versus the prisoners that are inside SECAR?
La diferencia es que los que tenemos aquí son internos comunes o han sido colaboradores de forma obligada por las pandillas. No tenemos pandilleros activos aquí. Todos los pandilleros activos fueron sacados de este centro penal y llevados al SECOT.
If you do not know what SECOT is, it is a maximum security prison here in El Salvador where the most dangerous gangsters go to live the rest of their lives without ever seeing the light of sun again. However, in this prison, it is completely different.
And so what kind of crime did someone have to commit to be inside of one of these prisons?
Aquí tenemos todo tipo de delitos, pero los más comunes son violaciones, robos, estafas. Ese tipo de delitos es lo más común acá.
And how long can somebody be in one of these prisons for? ¿Por cuánto tiempo es el máximo tiempo que uno puede estar aquí?
Hay internos que están condenados para más de 100 años.
Everybody you're seeing inside this video that are not police officers or have a camera inside their hand are all prisoners that are then being put to work. Plan cero ocio literally means plan of no leisure. These prisoners are being put to work 24/7. If they're not eating or sleeping, they're either studying or working here inside El Salvador. So they're prisoners. Ellos son...
Sí, ellos son privados de libertad también, que saben sobre construcción y ahorita están reparando lo que es el piso del parqueo.
This was an El Salvador prison, and this is one now. How does a prison...
Isn't that interesting? There's Nick Shirley doing the good work. He's doing some good stuff. And check this out. Is some art for a Disney production. Ward Kimball's Magic Highway USA from 1958. They were looking towards the future, what highways would be like in the future. They got this super highway going right by the Sphinx right here. But some beautiful artwork from the late 50s. Look at that. It's all hand done, all like tempera paint, or actually maybe gouache. Looks like maybe gouache paint or acrylic. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. All hand done. No AI back then. Arrest sanctuary city mayors. Yeah, let's do that. Johnson, Bass, Breed, Fry for Minnesota, Minneapolis. Wu and Mandami. Mom Dami. He's definitely a mommy's boy. Mom Dami. Mom dummy, you might even say. 3 beings stepped out of the UFO. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is from Nightmare Feed. Jeff the Killer piano version. Sweet dreams are made of this. 1950s UFO contactee Howard Menger describes a moment the craft landed, 3 beings emerged. And there are other witnesses too. He's not the only guy who saw it.
The craft is coming in, and I'm taking a colored movie, 8mm movie of this. I have several witnesses from the local area, and also a federal agent from the Bureau in Newark, New Jersey was standing right next to me. I was filming a craft coming in. The door opens when it landed, and 2 men got out. One went to the left, one went to the right, and then a beautiful lady got out. But she had a type of spacesuit on. And she walked toward me, and when she got about 25 or 30 feet from me, she didn't say a word. And she touched something shiny on her belt. And that shiny thing got bigger and bigger and bigger, and finally enveloped her whole body to where I could see her body as a light form. And then it disappeared. And I was really surprised. I yelled back at the craft. I said, "Where did she go? Where is she?" And they yelled back in perfect Oxford English, "She's here with us in the ship." So evidently their technology has taken them into some type of teleportation, which we haven't approached that yet. Our scientists have not approached that yet, that I know of. And so evidently they have mastered time, motion, and energy in some way. Shortly after that, the two men went in the craft, the door closed, and it silently rose and left the area. I only have parts of it and slides I made from the original. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Bureau out of Newark, New Jersey, took the original film. As you know, there is a definite government cover-up for 3 reasons: political, religious, and scientific.
So there it is, FBI. There's something you could dig into your archives, look in the burn rooms, and find that film and release it. Wouldn't that be nice from so many years ago? Interesting. Very interesting. A scientist spent 40 years proving aluminum destroys the brain. Then his funding was pulled. The source? Something 90% of us use daily. And that's odor arm deodorant. I don't use that, the kind with aluminum in it anymore. For many years now, I don't use that stuff. So isn't that interesting? Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. We've had enough of that. So aluminum is a big no-no. And we all know that. Here's a toy from 1967. Still works, from Fisher-Price. See, they made toys that would last back then, and they're still working. Everything on it still works. Imagine that. Wooden and plastic.
First released by Fisher-Price back in the year 1967. This is the Picture Story camera. It was a little wooden camera toy that came with a wrist strap. You change the colors right here by turning this wheel. And when you looked inside and clicked through the pictures, there were 8 different Down on the Farm themed photos you could view. There's something so great about these old Fisher-Price toys for their ability to remain such great toys, despite all the years that have passed from when they were originally manufactured. First released by Fisher-Price back in the year 1967. This is the Picture Story camera. It was a little wooden camera toy.
That's pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool. Oh, and look, everyone's wondering where this young man has been. Well, here he is, making his plastiline. He'll be coming through a town near you because he's portable now. He's got a semi-trailer that does it. Check this out.
3, 2, 1.
Humanity, we have done it. The solar power trailer for the Mark V plastic into fuel reactor is now ready to go on to Roanoke, Alabama, the next build site, to continue the rest of the project with the hydraulic arms and the reactor itself on the inside. I want to thank everybody through the entire past 7-8 months that I've been out here in Woodstock, Georgia, to support the project. And now you see I got my chrome dip on the front. And like I said, I'm just super grateful for every person that has ever come out here and ever supported in any type of way towards history and towards the world's first solar, continuous, mobile, microwave, pyrolysis reactor Mark V. We here. Let's go. Appreciate you guys. We will power the entire United States, turning plastic into gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel, powered by the sun, mobily, with a mobile gas station. Now, with this technology, And it's coming together. Like I said, ideas into reality. Just 8 months ago, this was a sketch on CAD in my head. And now, thanks to the whole world, we have made this a reality. And you haven't even seen anything yet. So stay tuned. We're just getting started.
Nice. 3.
Isn't that interesting? What an industrious young man. Hats off to him. And no hats off to these idiots who are burning these beautiful churches. More than 120 churches have been burned to the ground or vandalized by Muslims in Canada. Imagine that. This was a historic 120-year-old church. Islam is not compatible with the West or with anybody. Yeah, it's a 2nd century death cult that is terrible. Terrible. So terrible. Oh, and look, corrupt. They're all corrupt. These are all Minnesota corrupt people. That's the worst. Keep in mind, the people who don't want you to have to show ID to vote are the same people that wanted you to show a vaccine passport to eat at a restaurant. Yeah, same people. Same people. So hypocritical. I don't know how people can keep following a group that's so hypocritical constantly. Like they're Johnny on the spot hypocritical. Trump just crushed the trade deficit, slashing it from 136 billion to 29.4 billion. Okay. Look at this. Look at these Grammys. Oh yeah. Oh, I should have kept my gremlin. I even painted space themes inside it where that big piece of metal is in the back. Like planets, stars. Pretty cool. It was pretty cool. And I had a lightning bolt going down the side of mine. It was black with a yellow and white lightning bolt. And I think it's the only one, and chrome wire wheels. I think mine was the only one that ever had lightning bolt on it. Gremlin, the Grammy. Great AMC car. Oh, when they find out another conspiracy you told them just came true. They're never happy about it, are they? But boy, we sure are happy, aren't we? Oh, we're nice and comfy. Nice and comfy. Wow, Donald Trump. Remember Donald Trump put this out. Why does Barack Obama's ring have an Arabic inscription? Obama's ring. There is no God but Allah. How do you like that? What's with that, Barry? You got some splaining to do, right? Some splaining. Yeah. Oh, because he's a Muslim, says Tracy. Yes, he is. Donald Trump, Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna is an American first patriot and tremendous champion for the wonderful people of Florida's 13th Congressional District. And she won with his endorsement, and she'll continue being awesome. So that's good. Look at this. Look at that. You know what? This maybe should have been the cover picture, huh? Look at how cool that looks. What are we looking at here? Why? JWST may have just found 3 black holes in one young galaxy. Young galaxy? Okay. You know, these places are so far away, and we know very little about them except for what we can see, you know, through our little telescopes. They sure do project a lot of, oh, we know this is this, and this. Yeah, I don't think so. I think there's just a mystery upon mystery upon mystery that we're not going to solve just by looking through the thing. And there's our last show. Alrighty then. So we're going to cruise on back over here. Oh, Valeronian says, Howard Menger was a well-known contactee from the 1950s. He never retracted or changed his story. His wife Connie was also a contactee. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the spell correct keeps changing it. Yes. Wow. Yeah, he seems honest to me. I mean, you can tell When people are talking, you can tell when they're honest. Some people I don't trust. Like, I don't trust that Grush guy for some reason. I don't know. Something weird about the guy. Well, that's enough about that. Let's go over to X and see what's posting over there. What are we supposed to see? What are we supposed to see over there? La-di-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, look at that. What are we having here? Look at this. Remember this? We showed this before. This guy jumped from the highest point, like 39 kilometers above the earth. That took a lot of guts. We don't need the crappy music. And there he goes. He's just jumping 39 kilometers up into edge of space. That takes a lot of bravery, you know, because there was some worry that he could spin out of control and, you know, and be ripped apart just by spinning. And looks like he was spinning. Look at that. It's like, oh, is my foot on fire? No, that's the sun. Okay. There goes the chute. Oh, the chute came out. Look at that. Wow. What a rush. I bet he's not going to do it again. Like, he's just praying that he made it. He's probably so dizzy. Whew. Man. The guy's got, he's got guts, man. And notice the curvature of the earth there. Look how fast he went down. Like, you can't even see him just a couple seconds after he jumped. Wow. Just remarkable. And the curvature of the earth, very awesome. Of course, they'll say, oh, that's because of the lens. It could be. Why not just send a normal lensed camera up there then? That would be easy to do, wouldn't it? Do they not make those kind anymore? Are they all warping everything? So that was pretty exciting. I think that's pretty awesome. Many years ago, actually, already. And here's that volcano from our thumbnail. Look at all that lightning. Look at this. This is in Guatemala. Look at that. Look at... Now, some of those lightning strikes stay there for quite a while. Look at that. Wow. I like freezing it. Looks like a tree. Look at that. Look at that. You know, electricity is part of all life, I believe, you know, and the fact that lightning looks like a tree or roots just tells you that plants probably have electricity too, don't you think? Isn't that amazing? Look at that. Just amazing. Just amazing. I mean, can you imagine, like, early man seeing this? The volcano goes and you see this incredible lightning light show. You'd be like, oh, must be like the lightning god or the volcano god or something. We better put some more people in that thing so it doesn't do that again, or whatever their local customs said to do. From UFO Mania. Sometimes they post stuff that's not really real, but they post some good stuff too. And there is the Aurora Borealis of Jupiter. But now, this is from many years ago. I remember this from many years ago. Look at that close-up right there. So it's the Aurora Borealis over on Jupiter. And Saturn has them too. Look at that. Almost looks like the deck of a spaceship, doesn't it? A beautiful planet. Just a gorgeous planet. Looks like a cosmic cue ball, doesn't it? Like a striped, sort of a basketball. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Remember when they told us one of the symptoms was not having symptoms? Yeah, not really a laughing subject though, if you think about it. They were playing us all for fools, but there's some people who were fools, but not all of us. Look at, in 1984, NASA astronaut Dale Gardner used a jetpack to fly completely untethered through space to a stranded communications satellite named and maneuver it back to the Space Shuttle Discovery. Named? So they named it. You're Fred today, Mr. Satellite. I'm going to grab you here. Please don't spin me around. Don't spin me right round, baby. Right? Right round, round, round. But he used his jetpack to bring it back in. Look at that. Because in space, you can lift thousands of pounds because everything floats, you know? It's kind of cool. Cool as a moose, you might even say. And this is 1984. And look how crappy the footage is, you know, that someone's just out the window just making this film. Yeah. So these are the best cameras they had back then? Think about it. Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. So, yeah. And did you know that when Barack Insane Obama canceled the shuttle fleet, there was still 60% of life left in the shuttle fleet. They've only went through 40% of their lifespan. So why did he close it down? Because he's trying to destroy America. Because America can't do great things if you say that it's not great. That's what he was trying to do. But Trump got it. Everything zip started really quick. Look at this. Oh, how'd you like to live this far away? You have to jump over all these jumps just to get home. Look at this. Is this real? I think it's real. Look at this guy. Oh yeah. Evel Knievel would be very proud of this guy. Popping a wheelie. Look at that. Oh. I missed part of it. Look at that. Just phenomenal. Wow, what a show. And it made even better with the flying drones capturing all this footage. That's the great thing that these people nowadays have. The drone footage, you know, so they can fall back on and go, hey, look what I did back when. Oh, not quite sure. This is from AI in New Mexico. Not quite sure. Is this a copycat or a CAT scan? It's probably both. It's probably both. I like that. CAT scan. Oh, look at this. They landed the big rocket here, X did, near Christmas Island. So look at this little AI-generated video of Christmas Island receiving the X rocket, Falcon 9 rocket. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I like that. So there's that. And look at this. Welcome to Florida, somewhere in Tampa Bay to be exact. Look at all of those water spouts. Man. So, you know, you hear stories about, oh, it was raining fish. This is how that happens. The fish are swimming, minding their own business. All of a sudden they get sucked up this vortex. And then they land on some pavement somewhere. And if they can flop back and get back in the water somehow and go tell their friends don't believe them. I don't believe you. No, this thing sucked me up and dropped me where all the people... Yeah, right. He's making stuff up again. He's a conspiracy theorist. And look at Trump leading them around like sheep. I love it. Look at him. They have to follow him. Hey, follow me. Okay. Then you get a great photo like this. I love it. A lion among sheep. Look at that. Just, we are so darn lucky. We're never going to get a guy like this again, folks. I'm sorry, but it's just not going to happen. We could hope. Maybe we get something kind of like it or inspired by it, right? Oh, and you hear, Babylon B puts this out. DeSantis explains to Newscom, secret to counting ballots in one night is not committing fraud. Well, Newscom doesn't understand that because that's all he ever knows how to do. So he's not going to change his old ways. He's not going to change his evil ways. Oh, and did you hear this? Guess what? From Fox News, a Parkinson's patient says his debilitating tremor vanished within minutes thanks to a newly approved non-invasive ultrasound treatment. For years, 72-year-old Air Force veteran Bud Lavelle struggled with severe tremors. And ultrasound cured it. Look at this.
Yeah, I have just tickled me.
Wow.
He was, well, I wouldn't have been able to keep that straight before. What tremor.
Oh, look at his head. Okay, so it looks like they had to inject liquid into around his skull so that the ultrasound could get deep into his brain. Look at that. I can see what they're doing there. And just put it in just the right spot. I can hear it. Look at that. So here he is after. See how his head is puffed out right here? I think that's because they had to inject fluid around his skull so that the ultrasound could work better. So isn't that interesting? I guess that's less invasive than cutting his head open and doing the surgery. So that's fantastic. That's great to hear. And sound. Sound waves are curing Parkinson's. Think about that. That's incredible. Here's Trump. Trump gives credit where it's due. Yep, the workers. This is great. Okay. Oh gosh, why did it do that? Let's listen to this because it's pretty darn cool.
And these people are a big part of it. So all these workers, I've watched them from windows, and they are working at 6 in the morning till 12 o'clock in the night. Same thing with the military complex. Right over here, they're working from 6:30 in the morning is late. If they get at 6:30, that's like almost late. And they work till 11:30, 12 o'clock every night. That's why you see it going up so fast. So so properly. But I want to give a lot of credit to the construction crews because there's nobody like them. There's nobody like them. And these people are a big part of it. So all these workers.
He is so appreciative of ordinary, everyday people. He's the only president I've ever heard talk about people so, just ordinary people, so glowingly. Here they are following him again. It's so funny. Going to look at the flag. Isn't that just, man, we're so lucky. And Mike Lindell is launching the largest paper ballot recount audit of its kind in U.S. history. Oh, good. That's great. Because you know they cheated. He's definitely would have won if it wasn't won the primary, if it wasn't so skewed. So yeah, let's wish him luck on that. And there's Trump unveils the White House helipad.
Again, this is going to be used for a lot of different celebrations, a lot of different big meetings where, as an example, President Xi is coming in a little while, a couple of weeks. And we didn't plan to have this done, but it's gone so well. I delayed them a week with the lift, but that's okay. That was a good delay. That was but President Xi's coming, other heads of state will come, and we can do this all outside. Nice weather like today. And this was not a scheduled press conference, but I thought it's so good what we're doing. People should see, because the White House was in terrible condition. Some of these men worked on the facade of the White House, along with the Department of Interior, Doug Burgum did fantastic. But they worked on the facade of the White House. And if you look at it now, if you would have looked at it 6-7 months ago, you would have been embarrassed. If you looked at it like I did, I look at it everything now, real estate. We're a good developer, and frankly, it used to make me sick. And look at how horrible the condition was when the stone was broken. The columns had big chips in them, a foot long, and it was terrible. And now it's perfect. It's perfection. And I think you can see that pretty much right. See it?
He cares about the important things, you know? It's so nice. So nice. Here he is giving some more tours. The renovations, yeah. Okay. And, wow, a liberal Miami-Dade judge who tried blocking Donald Trump's presidential library was just unseated by conservative Destiny Alvarez, 30, in last night's election. All right. Well, that's awesome. That is awesome. And here he is doing more of his, talking about the trade deal. We already talked about that. Trump endorsed Harriet Hagman, wins Wyoming Republican Senate primary. She's great, too. She does great work. So hopefully she'll win the election. And just in overnight, Spencer Pratt drops the mic after Florida counts 100% of their 3.3 million votes in a couple hours. Wait, how did Florida count all their votes already? I was reliably informed democracy takes 5 weeks. Yeah, right? It's corruption. That's why it takes 5 weeks. Christians show up in Dearborn, Michigan. Oh, America's back, folks. It's not going to get eaten up by Islam. We got the bikers. We don't need that music. But isn't that nice? I mean, wow, look at that. It kind of warms your heart, doesn't it? Warms your heart. And remember that thing we saw on the surface of Mars? Well, here's a nice little thing that someone did. Here's the thing on Mars, what it looks like. And these are from that remake of 2006 World of Wars creatures. Whatever this is on Mars that was seen recently, it sure reminds me of that 2006 World of Wars creatures. Yeah, it certainly does look kind of like them. Yeah, makes you kind of wonder, huh? Could be something sent from another country that we don't know about, or aliens that we don't know about. And look at this, 20 Trump-endorsed candidates have already won their primaries. Oh yeah, that's right. Anna Paulina Luna wins. Yay! Oh good, she's there. Oh, and this is kind of interesting. Finley Finn, China built a massive solar farm in the Gobi Desert, and they discovered
farms
something.
on the planet. Then the grass showed up. In the middle of a desert, the panels were casting shade, and shade in a desert is a superpower. It kept the soil moist long enough for seeds buried in the sand for decades to finally wake up. Within months, bare dust turned into thick green grass, which sounds incredible until the grass starts blocking the panels. Mowing thousands of desert acres isn't an option, so they sent in sheep. The sheep found shade under the panels, fresh grass below them, and just moved in. Now the farm generates clean electricity, the sheep maintain the site for free, and one of the driest places on Earth. China made an unexpected mistake building a solar farm in the Gobi Desert, and it accidentally changed.
I still think that solar panels are so inefficient. They need to be completely redesigned, and or the world's tripod machines. Yeah. Well, isn't that wild? Oh, and here's something really interesting, and I don't know if this works or not, but we're putting it out there. Whenever I see something like this, it looks interesting. Mocking the people. The reset point. Do you know that your body has a reset button? Check it out.
There is a spot on your body that has been there since before you were born. You have touched it thousands of times without knowing what it was. It sits at the base of your skull, just where your neck meets the back of your head. A small hollow, where two tendons frame a corridor of bone. Press it right now. Use 2 fingers from one hand and find that soft depression. You do not need to push hard. Just hold it gently. What you are touching is not a pressure point invented by some wellness trend. It is the external landmark of one of the most powerful regulatory pathways in your nervous system. Neuroscientists have been studying this location for decades, and what they have found keeps changing the conversation about how human beings recover from stress, illness, trauma, and the slow erosion of modern life. Most people live their entire lives without ever activating this reset deliberately. They carry tension they cannot name. They wake up tired. They cannot turn off their thoughts at night. They reach for coffee, for wine, for distraction, for anything that shifts the feeling, even temporarily. What they do not know is that the solution has been built into their body from the moment of conception. It is not a supplement. It is not a breathing pattern you need to practice for months. It is something you can activate in 60 seconds, and your body already knows exactly what to do when it feels that pressure. This is not about relaxation in the vague, scented candle sense of the word. This is about something far more specific. The structure you are about to activate sits at the convergence of your autonomic nervous system, your immune communication network, your heart rate regulation, and your inflammatory response. When you activate it correctly, you are not just feeling calmer. You are creating measurable change at the level of your physiology. Your body exists in a constant negotiation between 2 states. The first is the sympathetic state, which most people know as fight or flight. The second is the parasympathetic state, which governs rest, digestion, healing, and repair. These 2 systems are not equal in the modern world. Chronic stress, screen exposure, poor sleep, and unresolved psychological load push most people into a persistent, sympathetic tilt. Their bodies are running a threat response that never fully resolves. The muscles stay tight. Digestion slows. Sleep architecture fragments. The immune system becomes dysregulated, sometimes overactive, sometimes suppressed. What researchers at Johns Hopkins, the HeartMath Institute, and multiple European universities have studied is the mechanism by which deliberate physical contact with specific anatomical landmarks can interrupt this pattern. The location that...
Anyway, we're not going to suffer through all of that. But quite interesting, that little spot, little divot in the back of your skull. I've pressed it for 60 seconds. I can't say that I've noticed any great difference, but I'm pretty easygoing kind of a guy. Well, I'm an easygoing guy, but I always gotta have my way. That's My Way by Eddie Cochran. Check it out. I'm an easygoing guy, but I always gotta have my way. And let's see. TikTok permanently banned Cam Higbee for posting this video about the voucher system in Minnesota. Yeah, well, we're going to skip that because I think that's old news now. Muslims built the very foundation of our nation, says Barry Soetoro. No, we did. And then we fought against Muslim pirates from 1801 to 1805. You lying ASS Kenya-born Muslim POS. There you go. Thanks, Thomas Jefferson. Tell us how you really feel, Tom. There you go. Oh, look at this. It just keeps going to work. We'll change it. Oh, darn. Maybe it'll work this time. Oh, got to go to work. Come on, come on. Look at. Oh, don't. How about all vacations? It's got to work this time. Don't. Don't. Oh. Oh. It's pretty funny. Oh yeah, I love stuff like that. I think it's just groovy. Let's see what this is. SpaceX just set a new record by launching 2 Falcon 9 rockets only 38.5 minutes apart. Well, look at that. That's pretty spectacular. Pretty wild. You gotta love it. Oh, look at this guy, this surf guy. He got the best view from his selfie cam. This is great. Look at this. He's riding the wave. He's shooting the curl, baby. Look at that. Do your best pose. That's pretty cool. Although he's not hanging 10. Right? I don't know. Do you think Batman, Adam West, could have surfed better than that? Remember when Batman was surfing against the Joker? Yeah. Love it. I love it. Look at that. So groovy. Groovy like a record. And there is the rocket from SpaceX that was in the ocean. Look, it's floating on the surface like a bobber. Looks kind of like a whale, doesn't it? Interesting. After approximately 24 days at sea, SpaceX recovery team successfully guided Starship to a location just off the coast of Christmas Island. Isn't that nice? Christmas Island. Very festive place, I would imagine. Deportations are spiking. Notice. That's news of the U.S. The White House. Deportations are spiking, and we love it. We love it. Look at this. Oh. You know, when you see someone in trouble, a lot of our instinct, you know, we have to be the good guy and try to help the situation out. Sometimes, when you try helping, from wild content, dude made it worse. Yeah, sometimes you can make it worse. The person in the driver's seat should have had her foot on the brake, and she didn't. Obviously.
Oh, that getting it, y'all. Oh, and it's gonna fall over down. Then you put the camera down. They could see. You talking about put the camera down there. What the freak? She need to get from up out of there. I know.
He's going to help.
Oh, 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 oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is she okay? Yes, she okay. She okay. Is she okay? Yes, she okay. She okay.
She's not okay because she didn't know enough to hold a brake. My God. You're holding on by one wheel with the engine hanging over the front. You hold onto the brake, lady. Oh, man. If she would have held onto the brake, she, rocking it like that, they could have gotten it back up if she had it in reverse. But she obviously didn't know what she was doing, and now she's got probably lots of injuries and who knows what else, right? Another vouching bomb. Higbee interviews election judge. Goes on the record, says there are professional vouchers who vouch for ineligible voters. I think we pretty much would assume that. All these cheating people. I'm so loving this, says Cat Tur. Just in, as of noon ET Eastern Time, Florida Republicans are outvoting Democrats by more than double. The surge is insane. Wow. Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. Oh, and look at this. Just in, President Trump announces the University of Miami has gifted the administration its original 1994 ibogaine application, which will dramatically speed up the process of using psychedelics to help veterans. This is great news, and I know that Joe Rogan's been pushing for this. So this is great. This is great. See, so many things are happening. I just don't understand how anyone could be against Trump. He's doing so much. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at this countryside here. Where is this? Iceland. This is the land of Iceland. You know what you don't see in Iceland? Trees. There's no trees there because there's no dirt there. It's all rock, moss, and grass. There's no trees. Very few trees. Maybe they could plant some trees, wouldn't that? Grind up some of that rock, make it into dirt, and plant some trees, maybe. Maybe they wouldn't grow. Maybe they do have trees. My friend's mom is from there. He used to live there. And we saw this on our last show, and they are going to, he's going to have him at the White House, the little boy that he picked up out of the crowd there. Do you want to go back to your mom or stay with Trump? Trump. Yeah. I guess that's it, folks. That's the show for tonight. And so I want to thank everybody for coming along here. And Cap 78 Pack says, ibogaine is the bomb, diggity. Really? I've never really heard of it, but I believe you. Okie dokie, Pinocchio. Well, I want to thank everyone for coming along. You know, we do this on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays because we're just downrange of strange. And Kathy says good night. Good night, everyone, she says. Where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. So keep your cameras pointed to the skies so you can take a picture of that crazy UFO and come on to the Truth Quest and talk all about it, like Operation Shutdown's going to do someday, and everybody else. Alrighty, Aphrodite. And then Valerian says, that makes me wonder if Iceland ever had trees in the distant past. No, I don't think they did. I don't think they did. And my friend lived in Iceland for a while, worked at a Coca-Cola bottling plant. And Valerian says, thank you, Aaron. You're welcome, buddy. I got to give my little message. Thank you all so very much. So nice to be able to have spaces and exclamation points. It doesn't take much to make me happy, you know? Happiness is just, it's wherever you look. If you look hard enough, you'll see happiness all over the place. And then Peggy Dancer says, wow, Aaron, short show, but worth it. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for the show. Good night, fellow Truth Questers. Much love. God bless you all, and peace in. See ya Friday, everyone. Awesome. And then Truth Quest with Aaron Moriarty says, thank you all so very much. My generic good night message. And Valeronian says, good night, fellow Truth Questers. And good night to you all. I hope you have a really good Wednesday night and a good rest of your week. We'll see you on Friday, and we'll see what we can truth about then. And we're looking forward to it. Always looking forward to another show with my friends, the Truth Questers. So we'll see you on Friday, right around 9 p.m. Central. Tell all your friends. And welcome to all the new subscribers, too. So thank you very much. Until then, peace in. That's world peace, baby. Yeah. It's coming, baby. World peace. Don't you know? Okie dokie, Pinocchio. We'll see you on Friday. Peace in.